Hi, this is Celine from Celine Discovers India. I'm a French woman with an Indian husband, so I've been discovering a lot about India through the years. What I like the most is watching an Indian movie and attempting to make the food we see in the movie. It can be quite a challenge, but it's a great inspiration, I think. The movie I wanted to talk to you about today is called Love per Square Foot. It's a romantic Bollywood movie and I really liked it. So in the movie we follow two young adults who want their own place. So for me it was already something new, because in Europe you usually move out of your parents' place when you are a young adult. I left my parents' place at 18 and they did the same, and nearly everyone I know. So finding out that in India some family live all together is something I found really nice, because living with all your family can be quite practical. You are next to each other, you can help each other, and it's nice to have the whole family under one roof. But I totally understand it can be challenging to live with your extended family all the time. So I get why these two want to leave their parents' place. Except that the problem is they cannot afford their own place. So they decide to get married and have the flat together. So this is a funny concept for this movie. For me, arranged marriage are already something a bit weird, because before I met Indian, I didn't even know you can have an arranged marriage. And we had friends going to India for 2 weeks and coming back with a wife. So this was quite kind of surprise for me. I was lucky that my husband took me to India on vacation with him instead and presented me to his family. But arranged marriage can happen, and I understand part of it. In this case, they push it even further, because the only thing they have in common is that they want their own place. So it's a romantic comedy, so they fell in love and everything gets complicated. But they end up having the flat. And this part is very nice, that when they enter the flat, I discovered all the different traditions of entering in a new house. In Europe, we don't do much when we move. We just make some small party with family and friends to show them the new place and celebrate, but they're not very special thing to do. When we moved with my husband the first time, my mother-in-law told me that I should boil milk and let it spill. I wasn't quite sure I understood what I should be doing, so I asked more explanation, and we did a video call with her so that she could be part of it and explain to me what I was supposed to do. The first time I went to India, she told me which food to put first in the house. And when we moved, there was something like this too. So we asked her, and she was very happy that we are asking what we should be doing. And I think it's really nice to have this kind of tradition, that it's a big step in life when you change houses. So having something special to do, I think it's very nice to have. So now, when we moved to this place, I asked her what I should do, and I boiled the milk with her on video call so that she could tell me everything I should be doing. And it was a nice family time together. The recipe I really wanted to make from this movie was a Pav Bhaji we see at the end. The guy who's helping them arrange the marriage and the flat is eating some Pav Bhaji on the side of the road, and it looks very nice. I only had it at an Indian friend's place once, so I tried to make my own Pav Bhaji at home. The bhaji by itself, it's quite simple, so this went well. The difficult part was to find the bhaji masala, because sometimes it's difficult to find, and in Indian shop, when we find them in a ready mix, it's usually too spicy for my kids. So I need to make my own with some chili so that we have the nice taste, but not too much so that my kids and our European friends can eat it. So I made my own masala and it went quite well, and I think now I figure out the right amount of chili so that everyone can enjoy it. The pav were another difficult part, because it's made with yeast, and in India you usually have higher temperature than here. So when it's 18 inside the house, you need to leave it a bit longer than when it's higher temperature. So I had to look for French recipe using these two to know how long I should left it before cooking it so that it's fluffy enough. But I end up with quite some good pav, and we really liked it, and now it's one of the family favorites, and it's easy to make when we have a lot of people coming home, because we can have a big quantity for the same effort, I think. The chutney I'm making with it is a tamarind chutney. I found a very nice recipe that I'm just using like this, so I put it in the comments so that you can try it too, because it's a very nice recipe. If you want to learn more about my discovery of India, just subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon in another video.